说到蒙特梭利，你了解多少呢？今天我们就带你走进泰国第一所蒙特梭利 Pre-K12国际学校，向校长了解一下到底什么是蒙特梭利。走吧。Hello， 大家好，我是泰国蟹爸。现在在我们面前的是 Montessori Academy Bangkok 国际学校的校长 Miss Soreen Jiratnam。校长一直非常认可蒙特梭利教学方法。今天我们就一起来了解一下这所学校有什么不一样。Hi, Miss Soreen. Nice to meet you. Could you please introduce yourself first?
Hi, Matthew. Nice to have you here with us today. So I'm the founder of Montessori Academy Bangkok International School, and this was 14 years ago. Before that, I actually studied economics at Cornell University in the US, and then I had a business degree from MIT, also in the US. But then after a career in consulting, investment banking, and also in IBM, I had a child, and then I decided I wanted to do something different for my child. I wanted to offer her the best education experience she could have. So I then took a degree in education at Pacific Oaks and came back and started the school. So starting Montessori Academy Bangkok International School was a big career change for me. I was in corporate before, but then after having a daughter, I felt like I wanted to give her the best things in life. And when I was living in Beijing, I stumbled upon the Montessori school, and it was extremely beautiful. What was really amazing about the school was kids really enjoyed being there, and they had so much fun learning. And if you go into the classroom, it looks like a toy shop. There are lots of wonderful and beautiful materials, but it's not just going there to play with toys. Each of the materials are meant for learning something, so they're meaningful and they're purposeful. What really struck a chord with me was seeing a 5 to 6 year old child doing long division with a material called the racks and tubes. So he was dividing numbers that were in the thousand, and this is 5 to 6 year old. Understanding this logic, it really blew my mind that he could be doing something complex and really enjoying it as well.
What is your understanding of Montessori teaching methods? Can you tell us about it?
Sure. So I spent over 10 years learning about Montessori. I'm the only one in Thailand who is certified to teach Montessori at all levels from birth through graduating high school. The only one. Yes. So I spent over 10 years doing that. Montessori is a very unique program because it was designed for children. It was designed specifically to help the children develop to their best of their abilities by a doctor. So Dr. Maria Montessori was the first female doctor in Italy, and she was a normal physician, and she also studied psychology and anthropology. So she poured all her knowledge into the curriculum. But most importantly was that she worked with children for over 30 years. So she observed the developmental process of the child and what they needed to grow successfully. And then she realized that there were certain things that you needed to have in the environment to satisfy their psychological development, their physical development, their social and emotional development. So all this knowledge was poured into the fundamentals of the Montessori program. But then she also built a curriculum to correspond with that. So you can see, like in this classroom, the materials here are part of the curriculum that helps to express the best for children. So Montessori, there are 3 really important elements. The first one is the environment. You can see that in a Montessori environment, it's very different from a traditional room. Just at the table, the teacher is lecturing, at the board. You might have some computer, but Montessori recognizes that humans learn through all their senses. So we need to physically engage with the things around us to learn. It helps us activate more of the brain parts. So we actually learn multisensorially. So that's why the environment is designed to be multisensorial, so children can use different kinds of materials, They can work with friends, they can work by themselves. So it's very experience-oriented as well, and that's how humans learn best. And then in terms of the children inside the environment, it is also set up so that it is best for the children to interact with one another. So most Montessori classrooms have 3 age groups. So you would have, like in our CASA environment, ages 3 to 6, in lower elementary grades 1, 2, and 3, upper elementary grades 4, 5, and 6. You have 3-year age groups because that's what human society is like. You have younger people, you have older people, and in human society, the younger one look up to the older one. They are the role models, and the older one have a chance to be leaders to help the ones. So classrooms have a microcosm of real society. So where the younger and older children interact with one another in a helpful, healthy manner so that they can learn from one another. So this gives them a lot of opportunity for the older ones to be the leader and for the younger ones to a natural desire to be like what the older kids are. The other important element is the teacher. So the teachers are especially trained to know the Montessori teaching method as well as the curriculum so that they can deliver the lessons in the best manner. And also the learning is customized to each child. In most schools, you cannot do that. You have a class of 20 students or 30 students. You cannot customize the lesson to every single student. However, in Montessori, we understand each child is unique. So some children are very gifted and they learn very fast. So we need to challenge them. Some children they need a little bit more time to digest. So we need to slow down, or we need to find different ways to get the knowledge, to get to the understanding of the knowledge. And so the teacher can adjust the pace of the learning to the individual requirements of the students. The other really important part of Montessori is freedom of choice. So this is a lot of times in schools, you are listening to your teacher and then you have to do what the teacher tells you to do. You have no choice. Even to go to the bathroom, you have no choice. You have to raise your hand to go. In Montessori, children have the ability to decide what they want to do, when they want to do it, within certain limits. So there are times when the teacher will offer them lessons and suggest them what they should do next. But then there are also times where the children can come up with their own activities and design their own activities and follow up on what they are really interested in. So having the children involved in decisions for themselves is really important for their own personal growth so that they understand what they really like and they understand how they want to take decisions they want to make, consequences of those decisions so they can make better decisions for themselves in the future. Because the environment gives them opportunities to talk, to interact, to choose, to move around. So they are also developing a lot of soft skills while they are inside this environment. So there are a lot of former Montessori students who are well known in the world who have spoken Montessori as well. We have the founders of Google, Bryn and Larry Page, who came out to and that thanks to the Montessori learning when they felt they were able to be more creative thinkers, and also they learned to take risks. That's why they could think outside of the box and be very successful business people. You also have the founder of Amazon.com, Jeff Bezos, and you also have talents like Taylor Swift was a Montessori student.
Please tell about your faculty.
As a traditional Montessori school, we have staff who English, Mandarin, and Thai. Every single classroom has at least one teacher who is Montessori certified, so they know the curriculum very well and are able to implement the program fully with the students. We also have specialist teachers who can teach computer science, robotics, physical education, music, drama, art, and we have plenty of after-school activity choices from sports to music to science.
Describe a typical day for students at MABIS.
Sure. So children from toddler CASA and elementary, they have what we call a work period. A work period is an extended amount of time where they can explore different learning activities. Sometimes they may have lessons with the teachers, and sometimes they may be choosing work and doing those works independently or with a friend. So that's what the typical morning for toddler through elementary looks like. Now in the afternoon, the students may have additional work period time, or they may have language lessons or enrichment lessons. So enrichment lessons could be PE, music, art, drama. So this is what the younger children's program looks like. For the older children, for the secondary students, they have a timetable where they're going to explore different subjects with specialist teachers throughout the day.
If the child's English is not very good in the beginning, will we accept the child into school? Do we provide language support to our children after they enter school?
So children, very young children, have an amazing ability to learn new languages. So if a very young child comes into our school with very little English, it's not a problem, because with our rich environment and support of the teachers, they can very quickly pick up the new language. For those who need additional language support, we do have an EAL program for English as a second language learner. So this will provide them intensive exposure to English and help them get caught up if they haven't had the exposure before.
怎么样？镜头前的您是否对蒙特梭利有了更深的了解呢？如果您对泰国采用蒙特梭利教学模式的任何国际学校感兴趣，欢迎随时联系我们咨询。拜拜。
拜拜。